In the camp which I grew up in, we used to sing every third meal the special song, Mama Rochel, cry for us again. Won't you shed a tear for your dear children? It's a song about Rachel Imenu, the holy, holy mother of the Jewish people, who, according to Jewish tradition, sits there in heaven and prays for her children, as the prophet Jeremiah talks about this beautiful, beautiful image of Mama Rachel. And you might have also heard some stories about Rachel Imenu coming out in the modern day world and saving her children. So if you're someone like me, a little bit skeptical sometimes, a little bit of a rationalist, you might have said, okay, cute, it's a Baba Maisa, it's a nice story, but you wouldn't take it too seriously, and I probably didn't either until I heard the following story. So in 2009, Israel was engaged in another war, essentially, in Gaza. And they were going in to, clear out all the terrorists because of all the kidnappings and the bombings. And someone named Rabbi Lazer Brody on his radio show got a call in from a father, someone who was very knowledgeable. He himself was in the elite troops in the Israeli army, and his son was serving in the Givati Brigade, the brigade that gets sworn in right here at the Kotel very often. And apparently his son had the mission to be a commander to clean out, as we call it, make sure there's no terrorists in Gaza City as the soldiers would go house to house. And there they were in the middle of Gaza, in the middle of Gaza, going house to house, and they're about to go into a house when a woman dressed in pure black starts screaming in Arabic, Ruchu minhun, which means, get out of here, it's dangerous. So at first, the soldiers didn't take it too seriously. They thought maybe she's just trying to protect your family. They're about to go in the house, but one soldier thought twice and said, you know what, sounds a little suspicious, let's go on to the next house. And so they went to the next house. They're about to go in to house, and once again, the woman dressed in black appears and starts screaming, Ruchu minhun. And they're like, where did this girl come from? Maybe there was a secret tunnel that the Hamas is so famous for building, and they were a little freaked out. And they went to the next house. They went to the third house. They're about to go in. There she is. For the third time, appearing like out of nowhere and screaming, Ruchu minhun, Ruchu minhun. At this point, all the soldiers saw her. They froze. They're freaked out. Where is this lady coming from? One of the soldiers started screaming at her. She disappeared, and they didn't want to take a chance. They called the Golani Brigade in, and they checked to make sure the houses were not booby-trapped. And indeed, they were. They would have went in there, boom, the whole place would have exploded on them. But this woman, whoever she was, saved these soldiers' lives. Now, that was a story the man told over the radio, and everyone said, wow, and the story circulated in the rumors. But no one took it too seriously until Rabbi Shmuel Eliyahu, who's one of the biggest rabbis in Tzvat, and the son of Rabbi Mordechai Eliyahu, one of the biggest miracle workers, told the following epilogue to the story. He was told by someone that this is a real story. It wasn't just a Baba Maisa, and he was told a name of someone who actually witnessed the event. And he was asked if maybe it had to do with the fact that Rabbi Mordechai Eliyahu went to pray 3 times before Kever Rachel, before Rachel Imenu's tomb. And Eliyahu was curious himself, so even though normally his father didn't really believe in such things, thought they were just Baba Maisas, he figured he'd ask his dad. So he went to his dad and said, for the Rav, you know the story about Rav Mufatzi, the famous Sephardi rabbi who went in World War II and prayed at Kever Rachel that Rachel Imenu should pray for her children, that the Nazis should not come to Israel? And the Rav said, yes, it's a true story. And then Rav Shmuel Eliyahu worked up the guts to say, Father, is it true that you went to pray 3 times for Rachel Imenu? Is it true, this story? And he recounted the story about the soldiers. And Rabbi Mordechai Eliyahu said, yes, it's true. I prayed 3 times, Did she tell you that I sent her? And that was the end of what Rav Mordechai had to say about that. Rav Mordechai went in and he prayed from the depth of his heart. And he said, Mama Rochel, don't stop crying for your people. Your people are at war. Go before the heavenly throne and pray that God have mercy upon them. And what else can we conclude except, wow, look at the power of prayer and look at the power of the Mesiras Nefesh, the self-sacrifice of Israeli soldiers that God's sending Rochel, our mother, to take care of them thousands of years later. So pretty wild and crazy. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Kalman Stories, and I hope to come back with you with even more amazing stories to reinforce our faith. About Mama Rochel, cry for us again. Check out the song, it's a great one. Won't you shed a tear for your dear children? Have a great day.